This is the ADEM Zoom Meeting Scheduler Guide. A few housekeeping items before we begin. All of the information presented here can be found on our iDrive, under Shared, Communications and Support, Tips and Tricks, Telcom Zoom. This can also be found on our Help Desk portal, under How-Tos and Zoom. Always schedule a Zoom meeting through Outlook first and then through the Zoom meeting scheduler, ensuring you do not overlap with any other meetings. Overlapping with other meetings can cause issues where if you start your meeting in the middle of another one, it will disconnect the other meeting. In addition to that, this will allow our admin department to parse out the bill much easier when it comes time for billing for Zoom. Always log in as yourself if you choose to be a participant in a meeting. Never log in as yourself should you choose to host or schedule a meeting. Always log in as the Zoom meeting ID that you wish to host or schedule. Let's get started. Double-click on the date that you wish to create your meeting and click on Invite Attendees. Type in the Zoom meeting line that you wish to have. Type in the subject of your meeting and put in the location. If you have a conference room that you wish to schedule at this time, this is a good place to start there. We're going to schedule our conference from 9 to 9:30 and check out the scheduling assistant. This will show us whether the Zoom meeting line is available to be scheduled, and it looks like it is. So we're going to hit send. This will create a tentative appointment on my calendar. That tentative appointment will be approved by one of the Zoom delegates that we have around the building. Until it is approved, you cannot request a Zoom meeting line through the Zoom scheduler. In order to do that portion of it, you go to zoom.us and sign in as the account that you need. If you've forgotten where the sign-in information is, you can always pull it up in the quick login guide or any one of the Zoom documents where the login information is stored. Click on Meetings to take a look at the meeting schedule. Make sure that the date and time you're looking for are not scheduled, and it looks like I'm clear. Click on Schedule a Meeting. Type in the topic of your meeting, and in the description field you can put in additional information that you feel your attendees need. Make sure that you've got the correct date and time listed for the meeting. If it's a recurring meeting, go ahead and check this box. Requiring registration means that your guests will have to register prior to joining the meeting. If they have not registered prior to joining the meeting, they cannot get into the meeting. If you require this, make sure about 1 to 2 days prior to your meeting, you send out a reminder to them letting them know that they are required to register for the meeting and that the registration information was sent to them in the first email requesting for them to come to the meeting itself. In the meeting ID field, we have this set up to generate automatically. Do not change this option. This is set up for security purposes. In the security field, we have it set to generate the passcode automatically as well. Once again, this is for security purposes. Please do not change the passcode. We also have waiting room selected for all of our conference lines. Do not change this option. This allows you, as the host, to invite people into the meeting that you wish to be there. If somebody joins the meeting that you're not too sure of or you don't wish to be there, you can leave them in the waiting room and they won't hear any of your meeting. Under video, you can select to have it automatically turned on or off for when the hosts or participants join. I choose to have it selected off, allowing people to select whether or not they wish to be viewed. Under audio, you have the choice of telephone, computer, or both. We highly recommend that you select both, as this allows people to pick the option that works best for them. If you only choose telephone or you only choose computer, then the other audio option will not be available to them. Checkmarking the Allow Participants to Join at Any Time box is not a great idea. This negates the waiting room, and it means that the second somebody joins the line, that's when the meeting starts, not when the host joins. Muting participants upon entry can be a very good idea. This allows people to join the meeting, settle down, and then unmute themselves when they have something to say. Requiring authentication to join is another security measure you can put in place, which requires an additional passcode for people to join the meeting. Breakout room pre-assign is great if you know you're going to have breakout rooms. This allows you to automatically create those breakout rooms and assign people to them prior to starting the meeting. So when you get to that portion of your meeting, you can simply click on breakout rooms and it goes ahead and places everybody in them automatically for you. Automatically record the meeting. If you checkmark this option, the second the host joins the meeting, recording starts. If, however, you choose not to select this, that allows you to then choose to record at any point in time during the meeting that you wish to. It's a good idea if you as the host want to go ahead and invite everybody in from the waiting room and give them a few minutes to settle down before starting your record. Enabling additional data center regions for this meeting is not a useful option to select. We only have one data center, it's only us. Don't checkmark this box. Alternative hosts is a great selection if, let's say, you have people from outside organizations that you wish to host the meeting jointly with. In this case, let's take an example. A.J. Gary chooses to invite the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Human Services to join him on a presentation. He can give his portion of the presentation, then hand hosting off to the Department of Agriculture, who can then hand it off to the Department of Human Services, allowing for a more seamless flow to the meeting. In this case, we just have a basic meeting, so we're going to hit save. Inside here, you can see all of the different selections that I've made and all of the different choices I have turned on or off. Down here are some pretty interesting areas. Delete this meeting allows you to go ahead and delete the meeting entirely out of Zoom. It does not delete it out of Outlook though, so if you intend to cancel the meeting, hit delete this meeting and then go into Outlook and cancel your meeting out of there. Save meeting as a template is a great option if, let's say, you're running a JIC meeting. Those tend to have a certain set schedule, time, date, what have you. This is a great option to choose if you're going to go ahead and schedule them recurringly, but maybe not always on every single week. However, keep in mind, all templates are public. This means that anybody who is logged in under that Zoom conference line can view your template and use it. Edit this meeting is here in case you just need to go back because you've decided you wanted to select something in addition. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and mute my participants upon entry and hit save. You can now see that that new selection is here in my meeting. Start this meeting is a great option if, let's say, you're creating a meeting on the fly and you need to start it right away. By clicking this option, you start it as the host and can pull people in from the waiting room immediately. There's a couple of different options for invitation. You have copy invitation over here, which allows you to copy the invitation and email it out yourself. You have invite link, which once again allows you to copy the invitation and email it yourself. Then you have a couple of pre-done options for you up here, including Google Calendar, Yahoo Calendar, and Outlook Calendar. If you click on one of these buttons, it'll go ahead and create a calendar item for you. In this case, I chose Outlook, and it'll show you all of the different information for that meeting in there, including the Zoom meeting link, the meeting ID and passcodes, dial-in information, if they need to join by SIP, if they need to join by H323, if they need to join by Skype. This gives them all of those different options. If we click on Invite Attendees, we can go ahead and invite people to our meeting. I highly recommend always selecting yourself as a meeting participant. This makes it easier for when you wish to go back and edit your meeting. If, let's say, you need to add additional people, add notes, even cancel the meeting, this gives you a little bit more leeway to do that, and it makes it easier to find. This has been scheduling a Zoom meeting for ADEM. Thank you so much. And once again, all of this information can be found under our iDrive Shared Communications and Support Tips and Tricks Telecom Zoom, right down here, or on our help desk under How-Tos and Zoom. Thank you so much and have a great day.